So I go first, Adriano, or
Yeah.
okay.
So you go for your rend.
Yeah. I'm gonna go for my rend. So the sixes are out, right? I can't count them. I always forget this shit. It's an 8. I think this is exactly the same result I got before.
Oh man.
It's an 8. An 8 plus 1, 9. I don't think I can do anything with 9s.
Unless you want to spend a karma. This can't keep up forever.
Yeah, I'm gonna spend a karma. But I mean, these die caps really piss me off.
Yeah.
They've ruined so many rolls. Okay, I'll spend a karma for this. And re-roll this shit. Re-roll all of them. Five.
You're kidding.
It's even worse than before.
It's even worse, man.
Oh my
It's
God.
actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh man, the worst possible roll. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
You've been very ordered with your dice roll, but
Yeah. You know, I'm gonna spend another karma just.
You're insulted. You're.
I'm insulted.
Right.
I can't permit this.
Right.
I will subject myself to another roll. $10 plus 1, 11.
Oh, even that. Not unless there's
screw it.
Not unless there's a bonus
Screw
or
it.
surprise. Yeah.
No, screw it.
Okay.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
who's the next one? Lilith at 10.
Mm-hmm.
Did I understand correctly?
Okay, so we might get in ahead of this guy.
Yeah.
You
can rip him
up
again.
I'm gonna try.
Yeah.
Well, I think I'm gonna try to bind him.
Ooh.
Yeah. I mean, we've already done some damage. I was sort of hoping that we messed up his workshop. Like he seems like a person who values order, or a godling who values order. So maybe, but yeah, let's see what happens. This is a presence challenge. I have kind of a monstrous bind. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and spend my karma. I have a 20. I have a, let's see, 18 total.
It should have worked. But you know what is happening, right? It's the second time with the thing. As you try to bind him, this thing twists and it just like floats under the radiant orb that you just created, revealing his form that is that of a shadow.
Ah, right. Okay.
So, Hazard, you might have more on your hands.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. So, who goes next, Adriano?
Is the shadow who just, twists and moves just around you and ends its movement on the warehouse, and you can see that his remaining left arm is just deconstructing himself, and you can see that arm just sticking into the heads of one of the massive cannons and deconstructing the mechanism at daunting speed, and then receiving one of the bullets and nesting him into his chest.
He's
and
reloading.
You can see digesting.
Right.
Yeah, it's digesting this thing, and is ready to fire again. And that's it. The two samurais are moved inside the warehouse, and you have this sort of vague premonition about what they're going to do. One of them tries to jump to circle you before attacking, and the others just right outside the door, shooting without enough concern for
of course not.
for his companion.
Right. Tell me, what does the foresight give me some sort of bonus? I seem to recall there was something that I get for the foresight.
The foresight, yeah. It's a +1 for all challenge rolls.
Okay.
Regardless of attack or defense.
Right. Okay. Well, nothing wrong with +1. So I'm going to make my defense rolls. Okay. Defense roll number 1 is a 16.
Okay. Easily avoided.
Oops. Defense roll number 2 is a 14.
Again, avoid.
I'm actually quite liking this. I mean, these guys are driving themselves crazy, and I'm basically doing the occasional brush away a sword stroke, or bullet spangs off my helmet or something like that. But I'm really just one way focused in. So next, I think everybody's gone except me. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we have another round.
Well, wait. No, I haven't gone yet.
Oh, yeah. It's not your action. It's
right.
their action.
I defend. So I'm going to... this is actually a big deal.
Okay.
That other source of essence is what I'm after.
Oh, okay.
Visually, now that the place has been blown open and is, and the smoke has cleared, I assume, right, by now, to some extent. So just looking around, I mean, I don't know if I need to make a roll or not. Can I actually see what that other source of essence is? The one that was burning out.
Yes, although it is not really clear. It is I need to take into account the fact that you failed the distinction between reality and between humans and robots alike. But this is kind of an halfway point. So imagine that the room that has been destroyed is full of body parts. And some of them are robotic parts, but now you can feel that there's
the corpses
something
had to go somewhere. I get that, right?
Yeah, and you can see that
cyborg workshop.
Yeah, there was a body on the table, the body of a human being. You kind of recollect instinctively this thing. And it's been opened, and the inside had been suspended by a series of steel wires, and like he was looking for something, and the process must have been extremely painful, to the point where you know what? Even after being destroyed, the wall, and so you can see that the room is in pretty bad shape, and maybe the table has been affected as well. You can see that this human being is still alive, and the wires are transferring essence. So you can see that this essence flows from the body to the wires. To what you can imagine are a series of pipes connecting them to other machinery that you can really understand the function.
All right.
But it's really similar. It's the idea that somehow this thing is extracting essence.
Oh, I get
from
that.
Human being.
Yeah, I get that. Okay, so I believe that I've located the enigma. I can't try to mend it yet because the unbidden isn't gone. However, all right. I can't do anything about this fellow. I mean, I could delve or something or do more sensitivity or things like that to understand it better, which is not that bad an idea. But at the moment, I think I want to get these annoying fellows off my back. So, I would say, okay, well, I see the situation here. This is terrible. You two have to go. So let's zap the fellow with the gun, and with my rend. So
okay,
that's my plan. And so that's going to be a +5. Ooh. 8 + 5 is 13.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll take it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, and another terrible damage roll. Okay. That's 10, 28. Boy, I'm just barely hitting the middle of the range on those. Okay, so 28 points of damage on the fellow at the door.
Okay. Is shaken considerably by your rend attack, although he still hasn't died yet.
Ah, lucky bastard. Okay. A few more 4s in there would have made a bit of a difference. All right. So good. I've wasted enough time. Can you please? Oh, wait though. I don't know that that's not an unbidden. So I'm kind of waiting for the unbidden to get taken care of. Right. Okay. Good enough. Let's initiative now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. This time I get a 10.
Okay.
I get a 10 also.
Oh.
A lousy 6 for me.
Okay. Decide whether Master Hazard is first.
Can I go?
You can go first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. So the way I see it is I check this out and I'm like kind of horrified. You know, my compassion is on full, you know, as I see this person. So clearly what I did was I looked at this fellow, my compassion kicked in, and that kind of motivated me to look over at the guy in the door and just say, okay, you know, get off me. Boom. Now it's my action this time. And now I'm going to do the full sensitivity check. Now's the time.
Okay.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then with my sensitivity, foresight is still applying because it's 8 minutes, I think. So that's going to give me. Ooh, it's not a great roll. How does 13 sound?
That's all right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, 13 is I'm going to try and get an idea. First of all, I'm in full contact here, and I think it might even cost me a vitality to do this. We'll have to double check. But I want full contact with this to really like dope out the enigma. I mean, that's it. And that includes where the unbidden is.
Well, this isn't the enigma.
Okay, so it's not.
So it's not the enigma. You can see that the flame flickering out.
Right.
It's the essence of this human being that has been sucked on by this machinery. And you can see that even the samurais in front of you are fueled with this essence that is slowly dying out. Normally, living human beings don't have this kind of essence flowing through them. So you can quickly assume that the samurais that you are fighting are really robots or
they're battered. They have
the
batteries. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. But this guy's the generator. Okay. So so this isn't the Enigma.
No.
And so that's a very good question. We have come into no contact with any Enigma as yet. All right. And we didn't sense other essences elsewhere in the area, I don't think, anyway. So, therefore, given the foresight, this is where I'm going to call for that hint.
Okay.
Given the foresight, what kind of enigma are we talking about that could make this possible? And where, in other words, this whole setup had to come from something.
But if you remember correctly, remember that sensation that slowly overtook all of your senses, the incapacity of distinguishing between human beings and machine-like. That surely is the effect of some kind of enigma working on it. And your foresight, as I can imagine, is directing. So I can imagine that your sensation is that the fight is over and you looked for this enigma in the proximity of this zone in the 8 minutes that I can imagine, but you can't find it here.
Right.
This is the center of something else.
Right. Okay.
Which
there's
is
some
not
sort of
there's
some sort of enigma prompted activity, but it's just activity. It's not the source. All right. So I know that. Okay, that's my action. My insignificant action will be to crouch next to this victim and say, "I'm sorry. You will be remembered."